If you've looked at my website for any length of time, you know that I think Beard Octane has some of the best smelling beard oils out there. I mean, I have so many of their oils, I probably need to start looking at getting an insurance policy to cover them all. You probably want to order some for yourself, I know you are, but you want to make sure that you get the right ones. So since I have nearly every one of their scents, I thought I'd do my best to describe each one of them for you so you can make sure that you get the one that suits you best. That being said, I want to clarify, I think every one of their scents is very good, and I promise you won't be disappointed in any of them. Sometimes when you read the descriptions though, you may be thinking about other beard oils that you've tried in the past and you didn't care for. Forget about all of those. These smell nothing like them, I promise. All of Beard Octane's scents are like colognes. And when I say that they're like colognes, I mean that when you smell it, it's so difficult to pick up on the individual scents. Now I have a lot of experience with essential oils, and I can almost always determine what essential oils were used in a beard oil from other companies. However, with Beard Octanes, they're just blended together so well, I can't really pick out what scents make it up. It's just its own unique scent. The only problem you'll ever find with this company though is just like me, you'll soon want to own them all because they're all so good. There's nothing out there quite like these. So knowing that, just be warned. Let's first start off with Liquid Gold. Liquid Gold is the best smelling beard oil right now from Beard Octane, and it smells amazing. Its scent profile is made up from leather, wild cypress, frankincense, and sweet oud wood. It's warm, it's manly, and it smells like something that just came off of the cologne shelf at a high-end retailer. It kind of reminds me of Tommy Hilfiger cologne a little bit. I love it, my wife loves it, heck, even my kids love it. Everyone I know who's ever tried it loves it. Liquid Gold has a very strong scent, which people will notice, but in a good way. And I feel like it's safe to say it's probably tied for the best smelling beard oil out on the market. What's the other best smelling beard oil, you ask? Well, look no further than Beard Octane again. It's Last Call. Last Call is my wife's favorite, and it's a tie for me with Liquid Gold on my all-time favorite scents list. Last Call is what I would describe as a very crisp smelling scent, on the lines of a cologne like Eternity by Calvin Klein. Its scent profile is made up from bergamot, lavender, juniper berry, nutmeg, patchouli, and leather. And honestly, I couldn't tell any of these individual scents in this oil. It's blended so well. It smells like a very expensive cologne, and I honestly feel like Last Call is going to be the next big thing. Last Call, in my opinion, is like liquid confidence. It makes you smell like you're somebody important. Last Call has a very strong scent, and in a good way. People will definitely notice. Next up is Karma. Karma is another crisp smelling cologne scent. Its scent profile comes from mahogany, lemongrass, and basil, which I never would have guessed. If I would have read the description of this one, I would have assumed I probably would not have liked Karma based on other past beard oils I've experienced. But just like with all Beard Octane scents, I loved it. In fact, it was one of my all-time favorites. Karma has a scent that would make you think that it's a cologne. Karma's scent is a little more subtle though than Liquid Gold or Last Call, but don't mistake me for saying that it's not as good as Liquid Gold or Last Call. In my opinion, it's definitely in the same tier. It's just not as loud of a scent. Now, let's talk about Rodeo. Rodeo is a scent that's really grown on me and started rising to the top. Oftentimes when I wear this scent, it just makes me want to crank up some Garth Brooks.
And the thunder rolls.
Rodeo has a strong scent that will be noticed, and it gets its scent profile from sandalwood, cinnamon, rum, birch, and tobacco. Is it manly? Definitely. When you wear this scent, you won't smell like some teen girl who just put on some lip smackers, like my wife likes to say. When you open the door and this strange new perfume blows, she might have another sleepless night if you catch my drift.
On a sleepless night.
Rodeo, it just gives off the smell of a real badass. So when you want to smell downright clean, there's no scent better than Barbershop. Barbershop literally smells like you lathered up with 2 whole bars of soap in the shower, and it smells so freaking clean. It gets its scent profile from lemon, bergamot, mint, lavender, and sandalwood. It's super strong and super long lasting. Honestly, if you carried a bottle of this around with you and you had a day where you ended up getting all hot and sweaty, you could just hit your sweet spots with this stuff and you'd probably smell like you just took a shower. Though, I'm not implying that you put it on said sweet spots. Defiance is a scent that I would describe similar to Karma in that while it smells really good, it's not one of those loud scents, it's more subtle. Defiance kind of reminds me of an Old Spice deodorant scent. And I don't really mean that in a negative way at all because I really like those scents. It's clean, it's fresh, and it's similar to a cologne type smell. It has a scent profile made up of applewood, patchouli, cedarwood, oak moss, and vanilla, and it's very good. So while I've never been a huge citrus kind of guy, Beard Octane has surprised me yet again with their citrus scent. Citrafella smells really good. Though it has that fruity smell, it still comes across as manly. The scent is pretty strong too. The scent profile for Citrafella comes from tangerines, lemon, and grapefruit. Citrafella is just a great citrus scent and better than I anticipated. Now when your beard smells like food because you're a messy eater, it's not a good thing. But when it smells like fresh baked apple pie because you're wearing Beard Octane's apple pie, well, that's a different story. Apple pie makes me seriously hungry because it smells so good. It smells exactly like apple pie. The apples and the cinnamon just jump out with undertones of vanilla and sugar mixed in there. Honestly, it's just like they captured the smell of a fresh baked apple pie and put it in this bottle. McDonald's, not homemade. I know this might be a weird question to ask you considering you guys are beardless, but what does apple pie by Beard Octane smell like exactly?
You want to take this one? Like warm apple pie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
McDonald's are homemade. So I'm the kind of guy that likes to put some beard oil in my beard after I take a shower at night. I love scents that are calming and relaxing at that time, and that's exactly how I would describe Downshift. It gets its scent profile from oatmeal, milk, and honey, and it's just a really chill scent. This sounds kind of weird, but if you've ever had kids, maybe you'll understand. It kind of reminds me of after you give a baby a bath, how they smell. It's super relaxing, and it's kind of a warm scent. Obviously, I like wearing this oil at night, but it's also great anytime. It just smells really good. Next up is Mechanic. Mechanic is probably the sweetest smelling scent of the group. It gets its scent profile from hints of pine, warm cinnamon, and clove. Now, I actually hate the smell of clove, but I never would have guessed that clove was in this scent. Like I said before, they're just blended together so well. I would describe this scent on the lines of like a cinnamon bubblegum kind of smell. Texas tea.
Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea.
Texas tea really surprised me. When I heard about Old Money from Beard Brand, I kind of had an idea in my head of what it would be like. But when I got it, it wasn't quite what I expected based on the description. Texas tea, though, ended up being exactly what I hoped Old Money would have been. It's a sophisticated scent that I can't help from constantly opening the bottle and taking a big whiff. Texas tea has this really crisp scent of an intoxicating cologne. This scent is way up there on the top of my best smelling beard oil scents. Quite simply, it's amazing. And the final scent is Freedom. I think I understand where the name for this one came from. When I smell Freedom, it takes me back to this secluded place I used to go fishing at. To get there, I had to cross this meadow, and when the breeze would blow, you would pick up the smell of the great wide openness. It would smell like grass and wildflowers and the trees, and you get the coolness of the water nearby. And it just smelled completely like freedom. That's exactly how I would have described this scent, so the name fits it perfectly. It really takes me back to those days. Now honestly, there's so many great scents from this company, it's insane. I understand it's probably very difficult to choose where to start when getting your first Beard Octane products because they're all awesome. But if you had to pin me down and ask me which one should you start out with, I would say Liquid Gold, Last Call, Texas Tea, Karma, and then Rodeo. Those are probably hands down my 5 favorite scents, but honestly I wouldn't stop with just them because I like all of their other scents so well. I'm constantly switching them up and wearing them depending on what mood I'm in, and there's so many great choices. Hopefully it helps to know that you can use my code SimpleMan20 at checkout and save 20% off your entire order. So now maybe you can grab an extra cent or two. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Now head over to beardoctane.com and get you some products.